Deuteronomy chapter 8. Summary. Moses tells the Israelites that God's purpose in leading them through the wilderness was to humble and discipline them. He tells them of the blessed land they are about to inherit. He severely warns them not to forget the Lord after they have enjoyed abundant blessings in the land. Memory verse, chapter 8, verse 3. And he humbled you, and let you be hungry, and fed you with manna which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by everything that proceeds out of the mouth of the Lord does man live. Deuteronomy chapter 8 translation. All the commandments that I am commanding you today, you will be careful to do, so that you may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord swore to your fathers. And you will remember all the way which the Lord your God has led you in the wilderness these 40 years, so that he might humble you, testing you, to know what is in your heart, whether you would keep his commandments or not. And he humbled you, and let you be hungry, and fed you with manna which you did not know, nor did your fathers know, so that he might make you know that man does not live by bread alone, but by everything that proceeds out of the mouth of the Lord does man live. Your clothing did not wear out on you, nor did your foot swell these 40 years. And you should know in your heart that as a man disciplines his son, the Lord your God is disciplining you. Therefore, you will keep the commandments of the Lord your God, to walk in his ways and to fear him. For the Lord your God is bringing you into a good land, a land of brooks of water, of fountains and springs, flowing forth in valleys and hills, a land of wheat and barley, and of vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive oil and honey, a land where you will eat food without scarcity, in which you will not lack anything, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills you can dig copper. When you have eaten and are full, then you will bless the Lord your God for the good land which he has given you. Beware that you do not forget the Lord your God by not keeping his commandments and his ordinances and his statutes which I am commanding you today. Otherwise, when you have eaten and are full, and have built good houses and lived in them, and when your herds and your flocks multiply, and your silver and gold multiply, and all that you have multiplies, then your heart will be lifted up, and you will forget the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slaves, who led you through that great and terrible wilderness, with its fiery serpents and scorpions and thirsty ground where there was no water, who brought water for you out of the rock of flint, who fed you in the wilderness with manna which your fathers did not know, so that he might humble you, and so that he might test you, to do good for you at your end. And you would say in your heart, my power and the strength of my hand made this wealth. But you will remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you power to make wealth, so that he may confirm his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day. And it will come about, if you ever forget the Lord your God, and go after other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you today that you will surely perish. Like the nations that the Lord makes perish before you, so you will perish, because you would not listen to the voice of the Lord your God,